Hello, everyone. How are you guys? Hope you're doing great. Let's get some weekend vibes for you. I have tarot and oracles. I'm going to have some charms, some dice, a book. So think of questions and things like that because as I'm reading, these may answer your own personal questions. Okay. So this is like a reading for everyone, and then you can get your own answers. All right. So let's go. Let's see what's going on with you today. Tarot. We have the Six of Wands. So you're going to win on something. You can win a case, a court case. You're going to be victorious in something. You're going to be on top. You're going to be first. Let's see. You can win a job if you're going for an interview. Let's see what else. Something is going to come to light. You're going to get truth about something, clarity. Also, the beginning of something. So the beginning of winning. So your stages of winning at things is here. Very passionate things that are clear and concise for you. What else? Five of Wands. So there's in everything that you do in life, especially when you're winning, you're going to have conflict, right? So there is going to be those people either being competitive with you, wanting to ruin a good thing. You're still going to have the, like, I call them the mosquitoes, right? The mosquitoes that are in your face all the time and you're always swatting at them, but they never truly go away. So if this is something like, let's say you won the lottery or something, right? Stay quiet. Don't tell the mosquitoes. Don't tell people around you, no matter how much you care and trust them. Get your money, get it secure, start fixing things, stay the same. Don't make big, huge changes. Don't allow people to see that there's something different about you. Test people. Let's see what else. And then you have the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords is it could be a young person, right? If it's a child, don't tell your child, your winnings yet. Just make things happen and let them notice. If it's this could also be a message. You could be getting a ton of messages, or after somebody finds out, because the Ace of Swords is the sword of truth, right? So after something is found out, and that something could be you winning, right? Winning something or becoming someone great. After that, there's a bunch of text messages or a bunch of phone calls or communication from people who are meant to be there to annoy you a little bit. Okay. If it's one person, the person is very young or very immature, but they're also very mouthy, right? So they say things, or they curse a lot, or they're erratic with the way that they talk, or they're simply very energetic. That's usually the energy of a child or a very young teen, or again, simply messages of truth. Because you have swords and swords. So the beginning of communication and truthful communication. So this could also be that once you're doing really great, either financially, emotionally, whatever it is that you're winning at in life, then all of a sudden everybody wants to bring out their true colors, because this is what it feels like. If you put these three cards together, it's like someone bringing out their true colors. And what are those true colors? Divisiveness, could even be nastiness, gossiping. One more for tarot. And here it comes. The Three of Cups. So this is the Three of Friends, okay? So your friendship group. Your friendship group is you're going to lose a couple of friends, let's just say that. Or between a group of friends, there's going to be a lot of gossip and chit-chatting about the fact that you won at something, about the fact that you're up there doing really well financially. So keep that in mind when things start to change and your life starts to get better. Okay, so let's get you some oracle. Okay, so think of questions. We have the air elements. Wow, so a lot of air today. Air is Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. Okay, you have philosophy, discrimination, empathy. So if it pertains to that reading specifically with the tarot, so you're going to have to sort of like sort friends out in the, again, I keep getting divisiveness. You're going to have to separate from groups of people. Why? Because your life is changing, so you're going to feel empathetic to certain people, but at the same time you're going to have you're going to have to be very practical about a thing, right? So if you want to keep, let's say, that job that does not allow you to keep the same friend group at work, maybe you're really close to somebody at work but they're not progressing and you are, or your boss does not like them when you guys talk a lot and things like that, you're gonna have to do something that's better for your financial and growth, for your financial growth, for your mental health. What else? We have utilitarian, organized, intimidating. Exactly. I feel like this could be a boss who likes things a certain way. They like very pristine, very perfectionist type of boss, a bit narcissistic, a bit controlling. So if this is at work, then definitely you're going to have to get out of the crowd of the super popular or the talkative employees and just stick to your job and stick to what you got to do, because you are going to have someone who's going to be on top of it. It's going to be stressing you out. And, the money or the recognition that you're getting for this new endeavor is worth stepping away or stepping aside from the friend group at work. You have feeling safe, wisdom keepers, concern. Okay, so you also have a mentor. I feel like you have a mentor that's going to be concerned for your well-being, especially if it's at work. If it's not at work and it's romantically, you have someone that's very careful, very caring, who makes you feel safe, that you can trust. So let's say you get out of a group of friends where you're like, you thought they were really cool, but at the same time there's a lot of gossip and you're finding out things that are going to break your heart, basically break your trust with these people. There is one person that's still to be trusted, and it could be either an older person or someone who's very mature, right, for their age. That person you can trust, but you would know the difference between this person and the other group of people. This person feels mature. They feel like they listen rather than just talk, right? They give you good advice, or they always are the safe person to go to when you're struggling with something. Okay. So now let's get you some charms. Okay, let's get you some dice first. Just for some of you guys, this is where I keep my dice. It's this huge bag. So let's see. Some dice for you. Whoa, they went all over the place. Let's see, so that the camera, you could be in the camera. All right, so we have 3 of Cups. Oh my God. So this friend group situation is really going to be key here in this reading for you guys. So think of the 3 people, or you and 2 other people, or just a nice close-knit group of friends, right? Or a group of family members, even maybe siblings for some of you. Maybe you're really close to your siblings to the point where they're better than friends, right? There's going to be, like it said on the tarot, there's going to be some sort of like, because you're going to either get some recognition, going to have the attention of certain people, going to be in rooms that you never thought you would be, going to be increasing your salary, your financial status, your mental health is going to get better. There's something where you're shining, right? And this group of really close-knit people are not going to be either there for you, or they're going to be a little bit, I'm getting like standoffish. I'm sorry about my dog. Let me see. Let me go check on him. Okay, I'm back. All right. So yeah. So there's this group of people Doesn't even have to be a lot of people, but just a very close knit group of people. Now, they're not gonna be as joyful or as happy as you would hope for because of these great changes that you're going to be going through right now. Or you might have already have gone through this recently. All right, we have this sort of like a defensive helmet. It's almost like you got to protect yourself. And when I see a helmet, I feel like, yeah, protection, and it's also getting ready to fight or covering your head. For those of you who are spiritually inclined, covering your head from the negativity, from the bad spirits, but also in reality and practically speaking, taking care of your mental health. Okay, don't allow this situation of being up high where you've been wanting to, you've been manifesting or working really hard to be in a certain place. Allow it to get to your, the discord that it brings, because life is a balance. Can't just have all good. Some of the bad has to come with it. Don't allow the bad or the negative to take a hold of your mental health. Protect your brain, protect your heart, your head, right? But either way, you gotta be also, I feel, I just heard standoffish, or you gotta be in sort of a stance, ready to fight. Or I feel like that's how you're gonna react to some of this, just in a stance, in a ready to fight. Okay, we have cultural. There may be a cultural aspect to this. You may be dealing with a different type of culture, whether that's being from another country or creed or religion or whatever, or simply being in two different cultural mind states, right? Meaning you may think more practical, or you may think more spiritual, or you're more young than the people you're sort of like, or they are comparing themselves to you, especially if they're older, or they've been doing what you're just starting to do longer than you, but you're succeeding more than they are. I feel like it's a little bit of that, of a class clash almost, right? Okay, we have a home, a house. So usually a house could be your actual house. You're getting a new home due to this new increment in your finances, or you're simply, your house and your home is now feeling whole, or you're feeling at home. Somebody's welcoming you into this new home, in this new group of people, or status, right? The home in, I believe, Carl Jung, I can't say maybe with my accent, but he believed that if you dream of a home, right, of a house, you're dreaming of yourself, things that are happening to you. So this may be very much so not only a change in status or job or whatever it is that you're, something great that is coming for you, but also a change in yourself, where you're more protective of yourself, of your body, of your brain, of your home, right? Your body, yourself. That's what I'm getting. You're going to have more independence. So if you were very dependent on a certain group of people, you're going to have to be more independent. And if not, it's simply you getting a new home, moving. You have a clock here. So times are changing. Things are taking time. You've been very patient to be in a place that you currently are or will soon be. You have and then we have happy. The happy people, the things that are bringing you happiness. I know that you're going to be very happy because this is something you've worked so hard for. And people who don't know that you've been working hard are going to think that you're just lucky. You're just, oh, look at her, look at him. How come they just got that out of nowhere? Meanwhile, you've been working really hard, and it's okay to be happy and enjoy yourself. You have the letter S. We have cocktails and coffee. So maybe you're going to get together with a group of people, or you're going to be celebrated, and there's going to be cocktails. Maybe now for Christmas, there'll be a Christmas party at work, or you getting together with your family. There's going to be cocktails, a meeting, because whenever you see coffee, it could be that you're meeting up with people, having coffee, having a good time. But being that there's cocktails and or coffee, It's like maybe you're getting invited to a restaurant, to a meeting. You have fire. So someone here may be a fire sign. Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo, right? If not, there's simply fire means new beginnings. The fire burns the old, new creative endeavor, something that's very exciting, something that you're extremely passionate about. So there's passion, happiness, having a good time with somebody. That might be the letter S, or you are. Then you have the letter U. We have another home, and this is in a Christmas. I just said Christmas, and I mean to say that, but maybe during Christmas you're going to sign the lease or the deed to a new home, right? We have a tree house. Okay, there may be a centering of your roots. Maybe you're someone that's been moving from place to place to place, and you're finally going to be somewhere for a long period of time. And also this applies at work. You're finally going to be in a place where you feel at home, where you feel like you can plant roots, that you are being appreciated at this job, or you feel like your artistic or creativeness is being taken into consideration, or you're doing something great. You're just great at your job, and someone is finally appreciating and compensating you accordingly. So this is wonderful. Also, a treehouse, I feel like is like a little, feeling like a little kid, right? A kid in a candy store, or having an adventurous time in your life, being able to go to your own little tree house, where that independence kicks in, like I said before. This is a really whimsical type of reading, even with this little negative connotations that I may have from envious or jealous people or competitiveness. It feels like a very whimsical sort of vibe if you stay to yourself, right? If you stick to yourself, meaning it's okay to have this feeling of feeling whimsical and wonderful and happy and magical about something that you've worked hard for, or that you've dreamed your whole life about to have. Okay, now we have the Berkano arc rune. I don't know if you guys can see it in there in the camera. It looks like a B, like a letter B. So the Berkano is a rune that speaks of fertility, of being a goddess, giving birth, growth, liberation, renewal, and also of passion, arousal of a desire, a love affair. So all of these wonderful things are happening because there was a change in your perspective, a change. Not only like I said, that you put in the work, but you also are in acceptance mode. You decided to open yourself and your heart and your mind to accept the good things that life has to offer, or that this new opportunity or wave of positivity has to offer for you. And because you did that, then your heart is also opening, meaning you may find a very passionate lover, or you may finally solidify a relationship that you've been working on as well. But there's a new beginning, and sort of like a big this like uproar of desires coming in along with the finances and the great finances, right? This is also the birch goddess, right? Birch trees and planting your roots and being centered, stable. You may be dealing with an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, or you may be one yourself. But either way, it feels like a domestic thing where you're, again, with the home. I feel like a very balanced person or era is, or your new phase in your life that's going to be extremely balanced. Not only are you financially stable, but you're going to have the stability of a home, or a set place to be, along with a partner. If you're a partner already, then you guys may go into either moving in together for the first time, or getting engaged, or even getting married. These are things that feel very stable and whimsical, like I said. At the same time, this is a very whimsical reading. It feels like a quiet, I keep getting like stay quiet, obviously, but I feel like a quiet, like whimsical, like in your own world kind of like, oh my God, this is so yummy. Like when you're drinking some, either, I don't know if you're into coffee, tea, whatever it is, but when you're drinking something warm and you feel like, oh my God, nobody else can feel this way like I do. It's very private, it's me, myself, and I, and whomever I choose to bring into this world. It's very fairy-like, right? Very mysterious, mystique, unbelievable as well, because a lot of people don't believe in spirits, fairy, ghosts, things like that, right? But this feels very much like this may be something that it's a miracle. It's a miracle for it happening, especially if you struggled in life in general. We all struggle, but especially if you've been working really hard to get out of the funk, right? This is your get out of the funk era. And you have the letter R. So in letters, we have R-U-S or S-U-R, however you want to place there. Russ, that can be somebody's name. Either way, again, very whimsical, very sweet, very kind, getting along with people, trying really hard to get along with people while keeping so many things to yourself, okay? Just because you have friends, family, whatever, mates, does not mean that you tell them everything, especially when you know these people are not necessarily going to appreciate what you're going through or be in the best place for you. And it may affect your mental health. It may affect your emotional health. If you know it's going to affect you, don't spread the good news, okay? So let's see. Let's get you an answer in the Oracle book. So think of a question, or this may even be part of the reading, but whatever it is, I'm going to choose a page for you and tell you and show you what it says. Okay. So let's see. Let's see. Oh, here. Okay, so you have a tarot card. It looks like the Queen of Swords. That's what it looks like, or the Libra representation there, right? Could even be the Justice card. It's the Empress. Still a Libra card. Libra or Taurus. Indicates the answer will come to you when you least expect it. I know it's so general, right? When you least expect it. So don't be sitting there waiting for something that you really, really want, and don't stop your life. Keep moving, keep doing your thing. And when you least expect it, when you're not even really looking for it, that's when you're going to get the answer. Okay, but let's get you two more for you guys. Especially because it was so vague, right? One more. Okay, here. We have the Psychic Eye. And it says, only if you want it bad enough, says the Psychic. So this is one of those work really hard, put your all into it, and if you want it bad enough, you're going to have it. One more, please. We have playing cards. That's what came up. So the playing cards are giving you the Queen of Diamonds. Okay? It says, be careful what you wish for. So you may be having huge wishes, and then you're going to have to handle the huge results. Sometimes getting everything that you want comes, like I said before, comes with either your friend group, your family, your siblings, whatever, not being in accordance with, your new mood, not being necessarily happy for you, or not showing you that they understand, or that they share in your joy. So again, this is where that be careful what you wish for, I feel that would come in with regards to this reading altogether. Like, you wish for all these wonderful things, and they're finally coming into your life, but it comes with repercussions and, some negativity, because life is a balance of good and bad. Now let's see if I can get you some charms. So we have some charms here. A little trusty charm bag. What else for you guys? Keep thinking of the things you want to know, okay? All right. So we have, oh yeah. I feel like you're going to be extremely excited about a thing, right? You're going to be so excited about this new situation. You're going to be like, yes, finally. Thank you, right? I say that to say, thank your spirit guides, thank God, thank your angels, whoever or whatever you believe in. because being grateful is always an amazing result of hard work, right? We have a bicycle. So bicycles are usually forms of transportation, obviously, but it's also messages. It's a messenger coming over your house, knocking on your door unexpectedly, things you're not expecting, maybe gifts and things being sent to you that you're not expecting. It's also traveling and taking probably a road trip somewhere, or taking sort of like not such a long trip like overseas or anything like that, but obviously like away from home, going somewhere. It's also moving along, things changing, moving with the times. It could be an actual new bicycle, new motorcycle, new car. Okay, it's wheels, the wheels of motion. Then we have these charm tarot cards. We have the star, the star, the star, the star. So the star would be an Aquarius sometimes. The star in itself is a card of getting attention, being looked upon like a star that you are, shining a little brighter, exhibiting those wonderful things that are inside of you and you're finally able to express them. It's also a card of hope, of staying hopeful, understanding that all of these things, if you're not currently going through them, they're coming, but you have to stay hopeful. You have to stay sort of like open to receive, right? The star is also social media, getting a lot of views, going viral, getting a lot of people liking your post. And again, an Aquarius for some of you. Okay, we have the death card charm. So the death card is representative of the sign of Scorpio. The death card is a transformation. You know, leaving behind the old and going in with the new, right? It's things dying out, things coming to expiration, situations, friendships that have to go, and transforming into something great. And the death card is necessary in life. In order for you to succeed, you need to go through sort of like a death of yourself, of your old ways, of the negative. What else? Let's see what else. What else? We have she believed she could, so she did. So continue to believe in yourself. Continue to stay hopeful. Here's another star. You're going to be a star. You are a star. You're finally going to get that attention that you've been seeking so highly. And you're going to be highly thought of. You have happiness, treasure, health. If you guys can read it, I believe that's what it says on top, health. But things that are making you happy, like we're saying, there's also exciting and passionate things that make you happy with these cherries here. Things that satisfy the palate, that satisfy your heart, your emotions, your passion. Having that little lover that you've been wanting to have, or getting more saucy in the bedroom with your person. Okay. We have the crown. You're going to be crowned into that new position, or that managerial position, or simply crowned in life. You're going to feel like the king or queen of your castle, of your home. It's also wealth. I feel crowns are like wealth in a place or in a way that are sophistication, right? Not just financial, monetary wealth, but wealth in the, okay, people know who you are, or you're going to belong to the house of, I don't know, Versace or something, right? You also have here a tree. That's a family tree, could be simply, or you're maturing, or dealing with a person who could be a king or queen of your life. That could be the boss, someone who becomes important and you have to kind of like respect and admire. You also have I will. You need to continue to keep your will to survive, your will to continue, so that you don't lose out on this great opportunity. We have a cross for those of you who are religious. The cross is a signal of sacrifice in having belief and trust in something greater. It's a symbol of protection in Catholicism and Christianism. Okay, we have no matter where. I believe it says, no matter where. Yeah, no matter where you are, no matter where you go, you're going to succeed. No matter where you are, no matter where you go, you're going to be protected. You're going to be the star. She believed she could, so she did. Again, stay hopeful, stay believing in your endeavors in your life. Pisces, someone may be the sign of Pisces. You may be a Pisces. What else? What else? We have a bat. So someone may be very mysterious, or there's, again, this could be in par with what I previously said about staying quiet with your positive things that are coming, right? With your winnings, with your upcomings. Stay quiet, stay mysterious. It's okay not to share. You can be part of a group, but not necessarily the whole group have to know everything that's happening with you. I feel like bats are mysterious. They're scary. Okay. So in the sense of practicality, I would say they're like, someone finds you extremely rare or extremely mysterious and at the same time scary. They're afraid to betray you, to disrespect you. So I actually appreciate this, where you're being thought of in a scary way, not to stay away from you, but to not disrespect you. So maybe this is a new you that has become this new bat in life, right? You go from, you may be a nocturnal person. You may like going out at night. You like dark clothing. Whatever this entails to you, you may like bats in general. You have tattoos of a bat, right? And whatever they represent to you. And we have a Scorpio. Like I said, the death card is a Scorpio. So you may be dealing with a Scorpio, or you're a Scorpio. Scorpios are representative of intensity, changes, death, to the old, life to the new, loyalty, a lot of passion, right? Whatever they represent to you. So there's water signs here, 2 water signs, Pisces, Scorpio. There's definitely Aquarius or air. And like I said before, earth and fire. So all the signs are pretty much here. Then we have number 15, a new house, home ownership, feeling safe, being successful. Remember, you've had 3 signs or 3 charms or things of a house. So again, some of you may be getting a brand new home, or just moving in together. This is safety. This is warmth. You may even be getting a house with a chimney, which is a big deal. I would love a chimney. I don't have a chimney in my house, but that would be wonderful. Maybe you're getting a second home up in the mountains with a chimney, and it's nice and cozy. Okay. You have the sign of peace. Okay, there may be, and it's also a sign of freedom, feeling free to do whatever you want, not being bound or tied to situations. You are now free to do whatever you want. You're a peaceful person, or you want to spread peace as you're going through this. You want to stay in the most peaceful way, so that your money, your finances, your new life stays afloat and it stays good, right? You don't want to bring any negativity, and you want to ignore the negativity that's currently sort of like in the outskirts of your life, I feel, because it's not that important in this reading. I feel like for the most part you have a decent percentage of just, it's like, I want to say 90% happiness and wealth and good health, and then that little lingering 10% negativity that keeps popping out of nowhere. But I feel like you're old enough or mature enough to ignore it. We have another crown, another sign of wealth, and this is like a tiara almost, right? Like a smaller crown. So maybe you would be in this stage where you're dealing with people in a very much higher up status in your life rather than you, but you're still coming in, while small or new, you're still coming into the right place and being accepted and valued. You may be getting the princess treatment. Then we have a family's love forever. You may be very close to your family, or you're going to, like I said before, might have to sort of like, if you have family members who are not a part of your happiness, you may have to kind of like stay away, and you may have your own little family that you stay, you know, in the best place with. But you may have to let go of some family, but you do have love in your family. All right, so this is wonderful. This is such a great reading. I have another book. So again, think of a question, because I feel like I want to complete everything in this reading today. So this is the book of answers. And so we've already done charms. We've done dice, tarot, oracle. You've gotten everything and more. So now let's do some, I've done the book already as well. So let's do another couple of questions. Let's do 3 more questions for you guys. If you didn't get your answers throughout the reading, then let's get 2 more. All right, so think of your question. So 3 more questions, okay? So question number 1, let's go. Okay, let's pick this one. We have remove your own obstacles. Yeah, this is very important. You may, even if you have people that help you get along in life, right? That help you get better, you still have to find the strength to do things on your own. Why? Because if you do it on your own, it means that they stick longer, and it's healthier to also put in the work to remove your own obstacles, right? Put in the work to want to make changes in your life. Okay, so question number 2. There is a substantial link to another situation. This could be 2 things connected. So your job connected, like I said before in the reading, your job is actually connected to your family group. Maybe you work for family, right? Or your friendship, your closest friends are connected at work, or your lover, or your husband, partner, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, right? You're both connected at school or at work. So being that those 2, this could be important, right? Like if you can't just get rid of certain things because you're still going to be connected at work, or can't leave the job, you're still going to be connected at home. So this is something to consider, I guess, when making decisions in your life. Okay, one more. Okay, one more. Okay. Try a more unlikely solutions. So find some creative ways to take care of something, right? So let's say the ideal thing would be to, I don't know, leave behind someone who's very toxic. Let's say if they work with you, you would leave a job to leave them behind, cut them off that way. Try, if you can't leave your job and you love your job, or you're making that money there that you really want, try a more creative way of sort of like solving that problem, right? Maybe speaking with the person, seeking to move the apartments rather than completely leave the place, or things like that. Just try a more unlikely solution, something that people don't expect, but it may work for you. Okay, well, I hope that's helped. I think I've used every way possible to get your answers. I hope it did. And if it did, definitely let me know in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Follow me if you're not. And if you like a personal reading, my information will be linked to the video one way or another. Take care. Ciao.